Okay, so today we start our journey with adding and subtracting decimals with unlike denominators. Um, this is not going to be horrible. We just have to remember the rules, and you have to make sure that you're using a multiplication chart if you need it. And you have to be responsible to take the notes that I'm doing right now and to use them other than just today. Okay, you guys are in fifth grade, you can do that. All right, so adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. All right, so there are a couple ways to do this. We are only going to focus on one way, and that is the lowest common denominator. All right, so that means that you find the denominator between the two fractions that you have at hand and go from there. Okay, so we're going to put up here lowest or least common denominator, not lowest. And we'll just call it the LCD. Okay. So if you have, just for example, walk through this once. All right, if you have the fractions 1/2 plus 1/3, and you're like, oh, okay, well, check out the denominators, and they are not matching. So you have to think, can the small denominator go into the big one? Can the 2 go into the 3? No, it can't go in there evenly, right? You can't. If it doesn't go in there evenly, then the first question is not for us, right? So I'm gonna put that down here. So the rules, okay? Can the small, and I'm not rewriting denominator out, so I've already wrote it twice. Can the small denominator go into the big one? Okay, if its answer is no, then go to 2. Let's see. Answer yes. Then go with the big denominator. And if the answer is no, then go to step 2. Okay. All right, step 2. What multiples do they have in common? And so what that means is 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. You think about the multiples, and that's how you figure it out. Okay, so you start with, I would do 2, not 1. All right, so all right. So what multiples do they have in common? So you're going to use an M to come up with that, okay? And you're going to put the numbers on top of here until you find the lowest common multiple, okay? The lowest common denominator. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. So multiples, that's supposed to be a 3. When you get to the weather video, I explained that I'm making these a little too late and I'm a little sleepy. So my brain is just saying, go to sleep, Miss Connor. All right, so multiples are when you take that number and you multiply it by each of the numbers in the multiplication chart, 1 through 10, right? So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 2 is 6. Oh, there we go. We have our lowest common multiple. So that tells me that 6 is going to be the least common denominator. So I'm going to set up my problem. I know that 6 is going to be my denominator. Okay? So that's my new denominator is 6. My new denominator is 6. All right. But what did I do to the 3 to get to 6? What do I do to 3 to get to 6? Well, multiply it by 2, right? What do I do to the bottom? I have to do to the top. So then I have to say 1 times 2 is 2. What do I do to 2 to get to 6? Well, you multiply it by 3. What I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. Okay? 1 times 3 is 3. And now, y'all, we are ready to multiply. I have common denominators. Check, check. I am ready to go. So then all you have to do, right, is just add or subtract. 3 plus 2 is 5. Woo! And you are done because that is the answer to the problem. All right? Oh, goodness, I've been sitting here too long. All right, so, y'all, these are the rules that you need to go by. Okay? So when you are adding, subtracting, if you are adding and subtracting fractions with the denominators are not the same, this is what you're going to go by. All right, let's do several examples. Okay. All right, so I have 1 half plus, sorry, I was trying to look at my old notebook and trying to figure out what this mess was. Okay, so that is my new problem. All right, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make myself an M. Okay, just in case. But if you go back to our notes, it says rules. Number 1, can a small denominator go into the big one? Can 2 go into 4? Yes, absolutely. 2 can go into 4. So if that is the case, then you don't even have to use this M because you're going to use 4 as your denominator, okay? 2 can go into 4 evenly, right? 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 can go into 4 one time, okay? So 2 can go into 4 evenly. So now you just have to make your new fractions. You've got your denominator there. You're ready to go. What did I do to 4 to get to 4? Well, you multiplied by 1. What you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. Okay? 3 times 1 is 3. All right. What did I do to 2 to get to 4? Well, I multiplied that by 2. And once you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. So then 1 times 2 is 2. And now I'm ready to add. I already know my denominator is going to be 4. And then 2 plus 3 is 5. All right. Now, can I leave that problem? No. This is an improper fraction, which means that it is top heavy. So I have to convert this to a mixed number. And to do that, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say 4 divided into 5. And that goes once. 1 times 4 is 4. and I have 1 left over. Whole number, numerator, denominator. Whole number, numerator, denominator. So my whole number is 1. My new numerator is 1, and my denominator stays the same and will be 1/4. Okay? All right. Moving right along. All right, if we have 5/6 minus 1/4, all right, I'm going to go on and set this problem up so we are ready to go. All right, step 1. Can 4, the smallest denominator, go into the biggest denominator evenly? No, it can't. So I'm going to come over here and make an M because I need to find the lowest common multiple. What do those two numbers have in common when you're working out their multiples? Okay. 4 times 2 is 4, or 8, I'm sorry. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. I'm going to stop right there for right now. All right, 6 times 2 is 12. Oh, that's all we got to do. But I'll go and put the other. 6 times 3 is 18, and 6 times 4 is 24. But 12 is the winner chicken dinner. All right, so our new denominator is going to be 12. Okay. What did I do to that 4 to get to 12? What number do I multiply 4 by to get to 12? Well, that's going to be 3. And again, if you need your multiplication chart, please use it. What you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top to make it equal. And so 1 times 3 is 3. What did you do to 6 to get to 12? Well, you multiplied by 2. What you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. 5 times 2 is 10. All right, so watch your sign, and we're going to subtract that. 10 minus 3 is 7. And then our denominator is 12. And you are all done there. All done. Okay. All right. Let's do a few more. And then you'll have a Google slide to work through. All right. 1/3 plus 3 ninths. Okay. I'm going to go on and set this problem up. Okay. First, I'm sorry. Guys, make sure that you're doing all this with me. All right. First step. Can 3 go into 9 evenly? Yes. So then that means that 9 will be our denominator. Okay. What did I do to 9 to get to 9? Well, I multiplied by 1. What did I do? So what I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 3 times 1 is 3. So what do I do to 3 to get to 9? You multiply by 3. What I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 1 times 3 is 3. Now I'm ready to add. 3 plus 3 is 6 over 9. Okie dokie. Can I leave it like that? No. You can use your multiplication chart to reduce that, or you can divide by 3. My magical box. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So that is the answer to your problem. And if you look at reducing fractions, would you rather have 6 little bitty pieces of a fraction out of 9, or would you rather have 2 bigger pieces out of 3? So that's why you want to reduce them to the smallest possible fraction. All right, number 4. All right, 5/12 minus 1/3. I'm going to go on and set this problem up. Yes, I am. All right. Now, can 3 go into 12? Yes, absolutely. So we don't even have to do the m because 3 can go into 12. So that means that 12 is going to be my denominator. Okay. What did I do to 3 to get to 12? Well, you multiplied 3 by 4 to get to 12. And what you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. 4 times 1 is 4. Look in here, what did I do to 12 to get to 12? Well, you multiplied by 1. And what you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. All right, we are subtracting. So 12 is my denominator. 5 minus 4 is 1. And you're done. No simplifying there, y'all. Okay. All right, let's do one more, and then I'm going to set you free. 1/6 plus 3/4. And like I've been doing, go on and set up your problem, okay? Because you know you're going to have to do this if you have two different denominators. You're going to have to set it up. All right, so the smallest denominator, can it go into 6? No. So I'm going to make my m, put my 4 and my 6. All right, and think about the multiples. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. And the common denominator is 12. So I'm going to put my 12 right here. All right, what did I do to 4 to get to 12? We have multiplied by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. What did I do to 6 to get to 12? You multiplied by 2. Same thing there. Okay, so what you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. Now you're ready to add, because we've got to add here. Then 2 plus 9 is 11. All right. So again, I know that this is, one of the harder things that we're going to work on. So just take your time, rewatch this video if you need to. And then, we will be working on this this week. And then when we come back from Christmas break, we will also be working on it. So this is not the last time you are going to see this. And it's definitely not the last time we're going to practice. But work hard and take these notes. And I'll see you on the Google slide. Bye.